Know me, I'm Debbie Cohn, the president of Anshe Emeth Memorial Temple. Today, we are here to celebrate Anshe Emeth's 150th birthday. But what makes October 11th, this exact day, so significant in Anshe Emeth's history? Before October 11th, 1859, there was a small community of Jews in New Brunswick. They were a group of like-minded people who for several years had met together regularly to celebrate holidays and Shabbat, for brisses and for funerals. But on October 10th, 1859, they held a very special meeting. And at that meeting, they did something that Jews had never done before in Middlesex County. They voted to create a formal congregation. They voted for 6 men to be their new congregation's trustees. And they voted themselves a name. They became Congregation Anshe Emeth. The next day, those 6 newly elected trustees went to the City Hall, only a few blocks away from here, and they filed a formal request with the City of New Brunswick for a charter in the name of Anshe Emeth. They signed the legal papers, and the city clerk signed those papers, and Anshe Emeth was born as a legal entity in the state of New Jersey on October 11th, 1859. And now, here we stand, exactly 150 years later to the very day. Just like those founding families who looked to the future of New Brunswick's Jewish community, we too look to the future. They dreamed about what Jewish life in central New Jersey might become, and here we are, carrying their dreams forward in our own lifetimes. But also today, we pause to look backward and to remember. We have 150 years of Jewish living to celebrate, and today is the perfect day for that celebration. Happy 150th birthday, Anshe Emeth Memorial Temple. So to help us celebrate today, we're so pleased to have several special people here to help us with this milestone birthday party.
So the next guest that I'd like to call up wears many hats around this community. And while his first hat is the hat of Anshe Emeth, today he's here first to represent his second hat, the Jewish Federation of Middlesex County. Lee Livingston.
So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to just pick out some important things that I felt. That Anshe Emeth is the championship of Jewish and humanitarian causes and the promotion of Jewish continuity. And that Anshe Emeth is a welcoming and sacred place. And it invites all to share. And in that vein...
Sorry about the wind, Lee.
There hasn't been anything of importance accomplished in Middlesex County in the last 150 years in which a person, a congregant of Anshe Emeth has not been involved. And that is that's just a small impact we've had on the community.
So let's give a round of applause for all the people who have just presented us with these confirmations. I think it's really something to be said, and we thank all of them for being here today and for understanding how important Anshe Emeth is to all of us. At this time, Debbie Cohn has something that she would like to present to all of you that she has worked on, and It was something very dear to her, and she was going to get it done. And it's not only done, but it's here for today. And so I think we owe Debbie a real round of applause for what she's going to show us now.
The Jewish Historical Society of Central Jersey sponsored Anshe Emeth for this historic designation in recognition of the fact that Anshe Emeth was the first Jewish congregation established in Middlesex County, and also to draw attention to our original beautiful building, which has stood on this spot for 80 years. The historic marker was officially awarded to the temple at the October 1st meeting of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, and I was proud to be there to accept it on your behalf. We had all hoped that the marker itself would be delivered and in the ground for today's celebration, but unfortunately it is still at the foundry in Texas and won't be shipped until later this month. However, we are very grateful to the Cultural and Heritage Commission, who at the Board of Chosen Freeholders meeting presented us with this full-size facsimile. So at least today you can see how the marker will look. Turn this around. This will be going in front of our sanctuary here when it arrives, and we'll place it at the foot of the steps here at the sidewalk, so it's clearly visible to passers-by.
I'd now like to call upon Cantor and our longest-running choir. I won't call it the adult choir as we refer to them, as they join us in another song. About to introduce has actually been with our congregation and will be celebrating his 36th anniversary in July of 2010. And I can't believe that Rabbi Miller has been with us in his 36th year. So, Rabbi Miller.
This is a very precious sight. You have to see it from this side, and you will when the picture is done. You can see all of the generations who are here. We have people who are with us today who have been affiliated with the temple for more than 90 years. 90 years, right? Who are sitting with us. It speaks to the strength and the vitality of what Anshe Emeth is all about. So this is the challenge for all of us. Today we celebrate the first 150 years. We either accept it as a morasha, as a heritage, or we accept it as a yerusha, as an inheritance, a legacy or an inheritance. Those are the choices. The morasha, the legacy, or the yerusha, the inheritance. Here, we're providing them with an extraordinary morasha, with an extraordinary tradition and legacy that dates now 150 years here in New Brunswick, and almost 4,000 years since Abraham and Sarah first had the vision and heard the divine call and set out on that extraordinary journey that we're now a part of. All of us look forward to how we're going to continue this morasha. We celebrated it last night by consecrating a whole new generation. Today we celebrated it because I had the privilege to marry a couple whose parents I married some 30-odd years ago in this very same sanctuary. The father had grown up here. Father's mother and the family were known to many of the people, our elders, who we respect and for whom we are incredibly grateful for all of the things that they, you, and the generations before have given to all of us. And today we celebrate all of that now. So I'd like to call upon Rabbi Rebecca Epstein, who's with us, to lead us in this